This one that you see right now is the marketing related report. This is the new leads report. Basically, you can schedule this every day in the evening, and this will show you the list of all the new leads that have been generated in the system, added to the system. This second one is more of a sales related report. This is basically showing you all the opportunities which have a close date of next week, so that you could email this, you could email this report weekly, and your sales team can do follow up with all these opportunities. You can see that there is a group by added in this report. We have grouped it by the owner. The next one that you see is a service related report. So this is basically showing you all the cases which are open since last 7 days. So they need to be actioned out. So this could be something that can be sent every weekly to the service manager. So if there is any escalation needed, then this could be done. This has two groupings. The first is it is grouped by priority, and then the second it is grouped by the case type. This one is basically an event reminder. Events could be like the contracts expiring in CRM. You need to have an event. You need to have a reminder for that sent to you. There could be a reminder for birthdays or anniversaries of contacts. We have seen that for some businesses, it is important to be reminded of upcoming birthdays of contacts. This could be good for sales team. They can basically initiate a dialogue with their contacts. This next one which you see here is a notes report. This is an additional functionality that we have added. We have seen that from CRM 2013 onwards, Microsoft has brought in a social pane. And in the social pane, which is directly on the form, anybody can add notes. This notes could be added to opportunities or the leads, basically daily updates. And that is what notes is used for. So this functionality that we have added here, what it does is it allows you to configure which entity you want and what are the key fields. For example, these are the notes from opportunity entity, and there are the key fields which are shown at the top along with the notes. So you could receive this on a daily basis or a weekly basis. When report scheduler solution is installed, the first step is to activate the license, and then you have to select the entities on which you need to enable scheduling. So we have done that. Now once the entities have been selected, we come to settings. In settings, you would see that there is a new section called as RS schedule records, and when you click on that, you would have the ability to schedule the records, schedule the reports. Now for this demonstration, I would consider a scenario where we would like to schedule the opportunities which are closing next week. So what I've done is I've created this view which has a filter for next 7 days. Whenever the established close date falls in next 7 days, this is the view, this is the data. Now what I'll do is I'll go to RS schedule records. I click on new. Now here there would be an option to select the entity and to select the view. So I will select the entity as opportunity. I will select the view as opportunities closing next week. This is what I have created now. You would see that there is a group by option. So I click on group by. Now I would like to group it by owner. So I'll select the group by as owner. There is a summary option also. Here you can select any dollar value field. So if there is a currency field, I could select it here and I could have the total received in the report. Next, we would schedule it for the current hour so that I can see you, I can show you a report which is generated now. So I'll select Thursday and the time I'll select. You have to see that report scheduler ignores the minutes. So it schedules based on the hour. there are delivery options. I'll just come back to them. I will save this record. When I save this record, what happens is a background workflow is triggered. This workflow creates the email with the data. There are various options here. There is a delivery option. When I click on the attachment, I have CSV, HTML, and TXT format. CSV format attachment allows you to directly open this attachment in an Excel file. There is another option here, do not send email if record count is 0. This is very useful. You don't want unnecessary emails in your mailbox if there is no actionable data. So this is how we schedule a report. This is, as you can see, it's quite simple. Now I would show you some steps for diagnosis. Sometimes we don't receive the email. So the first place that you have to come and check is the closed activities section. This is where if any email is generated by the report scheduler, it's shown. So we would see that an email was generated just now, and I will show you how it looks like. So this is the opportunities which are closing on in next week, and you would see that it has been grouped by the owner. What you would observe here is that we have opportunities of Mark which are visible even to Terry, and even Terry's opportunities are visible to everybody. We have come across this requirement from many of our customers where what they want is an ability where when you schedule, the records are visible only to the person to whom the email is being sent. For example, we don't want Mark's opportunities to be visible to Terry. Now, in order to achieve that, what you have to do in a traditional scheduler, if you use Microsoft Scheduler also, you would have to create separate filters for every user, and then you have to create separate schedules for everybody, which is actually a lot of effort. So what we have done is we have come up with something called as multi-user scheduling. So in multi-user scheduling, what we do is, the only difference here is I'll use the same view, opportunities closing next week, and I will add a new filter. The new filter that we add is owner equals current user. So what happens is, when multi-user scheduling feature is activated, a separate workflow gets activated for every user. So it runs under the context of that user, so that user will receive data which is relevant to him. So let me just show you how we can change this schedule into a multi-user scheduling. So I go back to the same scheduled record. Now I want this multi-user scheduling feature to be enabled. So first thing would be the view that I have modified, which I've already created. There is an additional filter that I added, which I just showed you. The next thing I would like to do is I would go here to the recipient option. I select multi-user scheduling. When I select multi-user scheduling, it gives me an option to select a user view. A user view is where I can filter the users. So I can select a group of users and I can create a view for them. So this multi-user scheduling will be limited only to those users. Now when I save this record, what would happen is a background workflow would be created, and it would create separate emails for every user who is present in this enabled users view. So this is one of the most used features for us at this point. Next, I would like to go to the next functionality that I would be demoing. This is customizing email template functionality. Now, what you see here is the email template. This is a very standard email template that comes out of the box from the IOTAP report scheduler. Now, we have seen that the customers would like to change the look and feel of this email. They would like to have their own corporate branding. So this feature that we have added, customizing email template, what it does is it allows you to modify the color, modify the font, if you want to increase the text size, if you would like to have your own email signature, or if you would like to have a corporate logo, All of that you can do using using this feature. I'll show you how easy it is to modify the email template. So I go back to the scheduler. I go to settings. In settings, there is an option called as RS email templates. So I select this RS email templates. I click on new. You would see that what loads by default, this is the standard email template. Let me just save this. Once I save this, I will have an option to preview what is being shown. So I click on preview email. You would see that this is a standard template that IOTAP provides. Now you would like to modify this template. So I go back. For this demonstration, what I'll do is I'll modify the email signature. So I have already created an HTML of the email signature. So this is one of the sites which allows you to create a signature. I added my details and I selected a template, and at the bottom I have the HTML. So I select this HTML from here. I go back to the email template. I go to the section where there is this signature already present. I delete this and I add my own signature. And then I again click on preview email button. You would see that the email signature at the bottom has been changed. So it's quite easy to modify this template. You can easily add your logos into this HTML. Only one point you need to keep in mind here is that the style sheet which is there, it has to be an inline style sheet. It cannot be an external style sheet. So it's quite simple to have this modify this template. And once you have modified this template, you can easily select this option when you are scheduling the template that you would like. Also, there is no limit on how many templates could be selected, how many templates could be created. Okay.